If you're trying to look expensive without breaking the bank, I'm gonna show y'all 5 ways to look more expensive if you're broke. Contrary to most people's beliefs, looking expensive is one of the easiest and cheapest things to do. Now I know what you might say,
but if that was the case, how would rich people be able to stand out?
And the answer to that is money. Now to be clear, I didn't say there wasn't different levels to looking expensive, but to the untrained eye, looking expensive is like a cubic zirconia to a diamond. You can really only spot the difference if you know what to look for. Now before we get into the video, one thing that would definitely make you look more expensive is jewelry. So shout out to the sponsor of the video, which is gonna be Aparo Jewelry, and I'm gonna show you a few pieces that I picked up from them. So it comes in this very nice box and dust bag to hold your jewelry, but the pieces that I got in here is what we're gonna be talking about. Now the first piece that I'm gonna show you is these moissanite paisley stud earrings. Now these are sterling silver earrings and they have moissanite stones, and if you guys know anything about moissanites, they are a stone of its own that is very similar to diamonds. So these will actually pass on the diamond test, which is pretty crazy. So on top of those, I went ahead and grabbed the moissanite halo kite stud earrings, and these joints right here is probably my favorite out of the two, just because they're really simple. They have a very nice sharp shape, and I think that the cut and everything is just very nice. So definitely a fire pair of earrings. But I also can't forget about the baguette cluster tennis chain. Now this joint right here is very hard. They come in a couple of different colorways, so I think you can get gold, rose gold, and this white gold one. Now this chain in particular is plated, so you do have to kind of be mindful when wearing it, but it does have that expensive look if you're trying to still look expensive on a budget. And then last but definitely not least, you got the Aparo battery necklace, which is a lot calmer than the rest of the jewelry that I've shown, so you can definitely wear this more casually if you aren't trying to stand out too much but you still want jewelry. Now the links to all those will be down in the description if you would like to check that out, but we're gonna move right back into the video. Now I want you to try something real quick. I want you to close your eyes. Close your eyes, I'm looking, close your eyes. You still ain't closed them yet, go ahead and close them. So with your eyes closed, I want you to picture expensive things. What do you see? What colors do you see? What materials do you see? What vibe do you see? That is what you're gonna wanna envision when you're trying to look expensive. So keep that photo in mind and we're gonna move on. Now with that being said, the first thing that I wanna talk about is colors. Now colors are gonna be very important because that is what is gonna help you bring this vibe of expensive taste. Now personally, I think that very loud and vibrant colors really give off a tacky vibe. Now I'm not saying that it doesn't work in other outfits, but specifically when you're trying to look expensive, most expensive people are in that more quiet, subtle, minimalist range. So I would stay more towards like dark and neutral colors like black, navy, gray, maybe like browns and earth tones and stuff like that will definitely be able to play in that category. But overall, I think that darker colors work best when looking expensive. Now you will be able to kind of play around the line of patterns as long as it's a consistent pattern and it's not like logo based patterns. So you'll see it in different knits and different coats and jackets and overcoats, that if you see this consistent pattern that almost looks like it's one item, I don't even know how to explain that, but that's the look that you'll be going for. Now, though you can interchange your combinations of these colors, the safest and easiest route will probably be monochromatic outfits. And the reason why dark colors are so important, especially with monochromatic outfits, is because it allows your eye to focus less on the colors and more on the shape and materials, which leads me into my next topic, which is gonna be tailoring and materials. Now, tailoring is one of the most important parts of looking expensive because if your clothes don't fit properly, it's gonna be very noticeable, and also might be a visual indicator that you can't afford clothes that fit. Now with that being said, I don't strictly mean tight or slim fitting clothes when I say clothes that fit. I really just mean clothes that fit the proportion of your body. So if you are on a more heavier set side, you want to make sure that you complement that. Or if you're on a skinnier set side, or if your proportions are longer or shorter, you just want to make sure that everything fits the lengths of your body. So with that under your belt, we're going to get into one of the most important things about looking expensive, which doesn't even involve clothes at all, and that is gonna be grooming. Now, this is actually one of the biggest tips that I can give, and it might be one of the cheapest if you invest right. Now, I know a lot of people don't know how to cut their own hair or how to groom themselves, but I think one of the most important things that you can learn yourself is how to cut your own hair, because that is very important to how you look. If you have on a fire outfit and you don't have a haircut, it automatically brings your fit down. You feel me? So like, you won't give off this clean cut image that is an instant indicator to whether you look expensive or not. I think if you have a set wardrobe and you're able to keep up with your grooming as opposed to buying multiple items of clothing, I think that this can help you out a ton and save you some money. Now, like I mentioned earlier with jewelry, accessories are one of the most important parts to complementing an expensive look. So you can use different things such as glasses, jewelry, like I mentioned, you can use bags, you can use, we've seen people even use headphones. It really just depends on your style and your flavor that you would like to add, but these are really key factors to making a nice outfit a great outfit, because it kind of fills in those missing spaces. Now, for the fifth tip that I can give you for looking more expensive on a budget is gonna be having a statement piece. Now, I saved this tip for last because you can incorporate it with other tips. So you can get a statement piece that is centered around color, accessories, or tailoring and materials. So to give you an example, you can have a pop of color as your statement piece. So keep in mind, mostly one color, but one pop of contrast can definitely elevate your entire look. So it doesn't have to be a wild color, but what it will do is draw people's eye to the rest of the outfit. So for example, if you have an all black fit and then you have these really extravagant glasses with like a gold accent or something like that, it's gonna instantly make people be like, wow, I see this all black fit, but them glasses though, that made me look at the rest of the fit, you feel me? Or even if it's a very stylish looking handbag or like shoulder bag or belt or whatever the case is. But overall, I think if I was to add color, I would add it as the statement piece. So whether you have a hat or a bag or something that really adds a pop of color to the rest of the outfit, this is where you're gonna wanna add the color in. And unless you're very advanced, I would keep it to accessories and not use it for your main clothing item pieces, because some people don't really know how to mix them joints in, and I want this to be very user friendly. So I kind of already explained, but if we were using this in the example of an accessory, you would want it to be a very nice piece. So if you had a very simple outfit, you would like to stand out with maybe a very nice looking necklace or very nice looking earrings or all of the above, you feel me? So the accessories is where you can kind of stand out and not look so simple. Now, you want to keep the clothes simple, but you want to pop it out with something, you feel me? And then my last example of a statement piece would just be the tailoring or your material choices. So even though you have an all black outfit, you can really stand it out if you have something exaggerated in your clothing. So whether it be a flared or a baggy pair of pants, a cropped waist, an oversized sleeves, boxy cuts, really it's just going to be like your exaggerated or unorthodox cuts here, because you still want it to be simple, but you want everybody to be like, yeah. You can also do this with materials. So if you have a monochromatic look, you can wear a piece of leather, or in this case, it will probably be a faux leather or a vegan leather, or you can use different like wool combinations or different knits or heavier cottons, just things that will give off the more expensive vibe without you actually having to have a designer piece on or something like that. So that is pretty much all the tips that I have for you guys. If I missed any, make sure you go down in the comments below and comment what I missed, or if you just want to add to the conversation, that is where you'll do it at. So do that, smash the like button. You can follow me on all my social medias at Jadon Grundy, and I'll be back to you guys with more, man. Peace.
Yeah, you where I'd rather be. Catch me dead without my proudest casualty. I feel like Y&J, my wood up to capacity. I did a college show and smoked weed with the faculty.